This is where the British state's gone completely wrong. So instead of other Muslim countries that perpetrate some of this, and of course there are white people who perpetrate rape as well, but nothing on the scale of this. This is quite horrific. And our report has effectively uncovered this. I think we've played a part with this report in the government saying that they're going to have now a statutory inquiry, because we didn't have any statutory powers to be able to force people to appear at our hearing. There was the Jay report in 2014, and there's been the Casey report, all of which confirmed that this was happening, and the state still continued to try and pretend it was just happening in a small number of siloed areas where you obviously had a high Islamic population. The state has equally failed to collect data on the crimes that are perpetrated, so the ethnicity of the people who are perpetrating the crimes, and from there you can extrapolate, once you've got the data, as to whether or not you've got an extraordinary problem in one particular section of society. And this is how we've discovered that a lot of the data that should be being collected by the police particularly, by the National Health Service, by social services, a lot of the data has not been properly collected. Possibly because the state does, I think, know that this is happening, but they don't want to admit that their multicultural experiment, which, as you probably know, famously Enoch Powell warned would fail with his speech, the Rivers of Blood speech, for which he was heavily criticised. So I think they do know, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to be called racist. And this has permeated the whole of British society. Since Tony Blair, people are frightened to be accused of effectively being biased and white. And we're taught about things, as you probably, I don't know whether you have it here, unconscious bias and all of the other sort of what I call woke DEI-driven rubbish, which has permeated Britain in the same way. I think it may have originally come from you guys, but it's certainly had a huge effect on us. I mean, we now have a society which needs radical change, and we need to release the individual. So this is where the British state's gone completely wrong. So instead of